That all of the St. Louis region has in common is crime. If we don't work together, simply we won't get better. And tonight, that is the goal of many leaders regionally as well as local and law enforcement. In St. Louis, breaking down the new effort and the new data also involving the Metro's crime problem. Nathan.
That's right. You know, the end goal in all this is to come up with some kind of a strategy, some kind of an actionable approach that the city and the region can take to address violent crime. So today, the city, police, county officials, community organizations, they all started that process with a lot of research, a lot of numbers and ideas for strategies that could address this as a region.
I'm promising you this time is going to be different.
It's a call for a broader approach.
For this region to move forward, we've got to fix this problem wherever it is.
For a problem that extends beyond city boundaries.
It is a regional problem.
The problem of how to reduce homicides.
This is an all-hands-on-deck strategy.
And how to address violent crime as a region.
This is a process. This is a process of harmonizing multiple elected officials' view.
Thomas Apt is a criminologist with the Center for the Study and Practice of Violence Reduction, one of several researchers breaking down the numbers surrounding the clusters of homicides in the area.
Within the region, the homicides are further concentrated in specific counties.
They found that homicides cost the region $3.6 to $6.9 billion in 2022, and that 90% of them involve a gun. They also acknowledged that nearly 90% of both the suspects and the victims are people of color.
No secret that serious crime and violence concentrates among the most disenfranchised people in a jurisdiction and the most disenfranchised people in a jurisdiction. And unfortunately, here and around the country, that's often poor people of color.
But Apt and others don't believe targeted enforcement in St. Louis neighborhoods is the answer.
One, they're not that effective at reducing crime. Number two, there's a ton of negative consequences for the communities that are impacted by them.
It has to be focused, balanced, and fair. And that means using strategies of prevention, intervention, and enforcement.
Many people in St. Louis have their own thoughts about how the region should address crime.
Crime is a serious thing, and even if you're not affected by it, other people are affected by it.
Crime is concentrated in a lot of parts of the area in the city.
I think that a lot of times people from one state will flee to the other state.
The researchers stress the importance of both stricter enforcement and community involvement.
Even in neighborhoods that are deemed the most violent, most folks from those neighborhoods are not violent. And a lot of those, that neighborhood is not uniformly violent. So we got to be even more specific.
So these kinds of discussions are going to happen every day this week, and the goal is by Friday to come up with some kind of a draft for the first steps of a region-wide strategy. Reporting live in St. Louis, Nathan Vickers, First Alert 4.
It'll be interesting to see what that looks like. Nathan, thank you. We have new